If you enjoy this podcast, then be sure to check out Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, where you can get your daily dose of farm wisdom. Tune in every day to learn the latest tips, tricks, and stories from the world of farming. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just getting started, our podcast has something for everyone. Join us as we explore topics like farm business, crop planning, soil management, and tools and technology. Start your day off right with Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe today. One of the big takeaways I'm getting out of this episode is a huge benefit of clay is that cation exchange capacity. Organic matter also has cation exchange capacity. How do the two compare? Organic matter's CEC versus clays?
Again, the type of clay matters hugely. So if I have a smectite or a vermiculite, right, I can have very high cation exchange capacity. If I have kaolinite or gibbsite, I can have virtually no cation exchange capacity. So clay mineralogy matters. Organic matter also matters. The types of, and organic matter can have both cation and potentially even anion exchange capacity. But the cation exchange capacity, the types of functional groups that add a negative surface charge are primarily what we call carboxylates. So these are, I have to get into chemistry here. So a carbon atom that has a double bond to an oxygen and then a single bond to another oxygen. And that other oxygen has another charge to it, a negative charge. And that can be satisfied by a proton, in which case you have an acid, an organic acid. Or it could be satisfied by potassium or calcium or magnesium, in which case you've got an cation exchange, okay? So organic matter can have a lot of cation exchange capacity, but it's influenced by pH. So if I have an acidic soil, most of those carboxyl groups have protons on them, and they don't have a negative charge, so they're not contributing much. If I'm more alkaline, most of those protons are gone, and I've got a base cation like potassium retained on it. Also, organic matter is light and fluffy. Minerals tend to be much more dense and heavy. So it depends on whether you say on a volume scale or on a mass scale. Okay? Clay on a mass basis has a very high cation exchange capacity, whereas organic matter on a mass scale, way very high, right? But on a volume scale, because it's light and fluffy, it's diluted somewhat. So the ways of looking at it. But it's that light and fluffiness of the humic substances that really helps the soil in terms of its physical properties, its ability to hold water, allow air and water, and allow roots to move through it. If I got massive clay layer, roots can hit that clay and just can't penetrate it, go sideways.
In that case, what causes that clay, those two clay particles that are sitting there to open up? Is it a physical force? Is it a chemical force that breaks some sort of bond to allow the root to go through? Why does the root eventually go through?
Oh boy. Roots take the path of least resistance. So they'll find a crack or a pore and work their way into it. If they run into a solid particle or stone, right, they're going to go around it, not through it. If they run into a solid mass of clay, they're going to try and go around it, not through it. But if they find a small pore in there, they may try and get through it And then as they grow, they'll expand that pore. Okay, so the roots play an important role in helping to loosen up the soil, helping to increase its porosity, helping to lower its what we call bulk density, make it a much more habitable environment for plant roots, for microbes. You really need that balance of solids, pores, and water.
Right.
All of them have to be there in the right proportions to have the best quality soil.
Hello, growers. Protect your crops from harmful insects with Modern Growers Insectanet. This top-tier insect netting made by Modern Grower shields your plants from pests and harsh weather, boosting your yields without harmful sprays. Insectanet's unique design allows 90% of the light to pass through and is easy to use with low tunnel systems like our Quick Hoops. It's soft, elastic, and durable, perfect for field use to help ensure that your crops thrive. Say goodbye to pest damage and hello to healthier, market-ready produce. Invest in Insectanet and see the difference it makes. Get Insectanet at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.